From the moment his spaceship landed on the Cunninghams' lawn and Richie was introduced to Mork from Ork,
Greetings, Fonzie. Remember me, Mork from Ork?
we fell in love with Robin Williams. His passing left a hole that will never be filled and was felt by so many. Well, wait until you hear some of the stories about him off screen. This is 10 behind-the-scenes Robin Williams stories that will make you cry. Quick reminder, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can receive our new video notifications. Many people remember that Robin attended Juilliard. However, what they may have forgotten is that while he was there, he became friends with Superman himself, Christopher Reeves. After Reeves' accident left him paralyzed, Robin showed up at the hospital pretending to be a Russian proctologist who needed to perform a rectal exam immediately. In an interview, Reeves said, "At an especially bleak moment, the door flew open and in hurried a squat fellow with a blue scrub hat and a yellow surgical gown and glasses. Speaking in a Russian accent, he announced that he was my proctologist and that he had to examine me immediately. It was Robin Williams. For the first time since the accident, I laughed." Reeves added that his friend showing up when he did prevented him from falling into a deep despair. We don't know about you, but we can't think of a better person to save Superman. Every actor, singer, and/or performer comes with what is called a rider. A rider is a list of demands given by the celebrity before they agree to work for the company. For example, during his 2017 Purpose World Tour, a rider for Justin Bieber's Mumbai show was published, and it included a shipped-in jacuzzi. Robin Williams had a rider in his contracts as well, but his rider was a little different. Any company wanting to hire Robin Williams also had to hire a number of people that were homeless. These people were mostly hired as background actors, but occasionally they were able to work as crew if their skill set allowed it. Robin was a longtime advocate for homeless rights. In 1990, he testified before the Senate in support of the Homeless Prevention and Revitalization Act.
I think it's an incredible thing that the bill addresses the problem from the inside out. What we've been doing for the last 4 years is basically putting a Band-Aid on a very gaping wound.
The more we know about Robin Williams, the less surprised we are to learn how he used his clout to better people's lives. Dante Basco, who played the leader of the Lost Boys, Rufio, in Hook, has said that one of his favorite movies is Dead Poets Society. I mean, who can't forget the scene where Mr. Keating takes the boys into the hallway to remind them to seize the day? During the filming of Hook, Dante Basco and Robin Williams spent a lot of time talking about poetry. At the end of the shoot, Robin gifted Dante a leather-bound edition of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. In return, Dante gifted Robin with a hat that was embroidered with "Oh Captain, my Captain." Leave it to Robin Williams to make a lost boy feel found. Robin Williams' first Oscar nomination came courtesy of his role as Adrian Cronauer in the 1987 movie Good Morning Vietnam. The movie was based on the real life of the unconventional Air Force sergeant and DJ and had a script written by the very funny and talented Mitch Markowitz and directed by cinema legend Barry Levinson. However, it was the amazing improvisation skills of Robin Williams that put this movie into a class of its own. All of the rapid-fire DJ banter was riffed while cameras were rolling. It wasn't just the funny stuff either, which revealed the genius of his acting and ability to get inside the head of any character he was playing. Robin Williams didn't just study a character and bring it to life. He became the character in a way that hadn't been done before, and we would venture to say hasn't been done since his passing. Another unforgettable performance by Williams is that of Patch Adams in the film of the same name. Patch Adams was a real doctor who sought to change the way the medical community interacted with patients. In the film, there's a scene where Patch brings joy to the children's cancer ward. During filming, Robin and many other cast members worked closely with the Make-A-Wish Foundation to fulfill the fantasies of several children who were at the time undergoing cancer treatment. The children appeared with Robin in scenes at the pediatric ward. As a bonus to this, during filming of Patch Adams, when things became stressful, Robin would improvise a comedy set just to make people laugh and lighten the mood. This seems to us to be a consistent theme with Robin. Not only was Robin Williams the greatest cheerleader for his friends, he genuinely had their backs. During the filming of Mrs. Doubtfire, actress Lisa Yacoub, who played Robin Williams and Sally Field's eldest daughter Lydia, had a pretty tough time dealing with being a student while on set. So much so that the school she was attending expelled her for spending too much time out of the classroom. When Robin found out about the situation, he wrote a glowing letter of recommendation to the school. Not only did he ask them to reconsider their decision, but he went on to explain that he thought she would be a valuable asset to any classroom. While the school found it cool enough to frame it and hang it up, they didn't think it was enough to change their minds and upheld their decision. Lisa Yacoub has said that although the letter did not work, she needed someone to stick up for her, and Robin was the person to do that out of the kindness of his own heart. We've all known people who are nice only when someone is watching. This wasn't Robin. After his untimely death, writer and attorney Kate Osher shared the story of the time she met Robin Williams at an airport. Osher's husband had committed suicide, and following his final wishes, she was on a travel journey to scatter his ashes in places that touched him. She had a rough encounter with a TSA agent who tried preventing her from passing through security with her late husband's ashes.
Kidding me?
She was in an LAX airport bar trying to calm herself when she felt a hand on her shoulder and a quiet, kind voice say, "Miss, I just want to make sure you are okay. I see you were traveling alone, and I saw what happened, and I just really want to be sure you are okay." Robin Williams listened to Kate share her story. His voice got even softer as he spoke the words we now know were born from a felt experience. Addiction is a real bitch. Mental illness and depression are the mother of all bitches. I am so sorry for all the pain your husband was in. I'm so sorry for the pain you are in now. But it sounds like you have family and friends and love, and that tips the scale a bit, right? Walking her to her gate, Williams got her to laugh by impersonating people they'd passed and leaving her with a smile and a warm heart at her gate. In the 1995 film Jumanji, actor Bradley Pierce played Peter. Because his character was slowly transitioning into a monkey, Bradley was required to sit in a makeup chair for up to 3.5 hours. The crew tried to make things better for him, even installing a TV so he could watch it in the mirror during the process. Unsurprisingly, his co-star Robin Williams was the most supportive of all. Having just completed filming Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin was familiar with the long process of having to have extensive makeup and prosthetics supplied. Because of this, Robin would come in, sit next to Bradley, keep him company, and entertain him. He even taught the actor how to meditate in order to make the long hours easier to deal with. If we had to sit for hours, we would choose to have Robin Williams by our side. Even crazy talented artists like Questlove can feel self-doubt. Spending hours and hours pouring out your blood, sweat, and tears can make you exhausted, and that's when that little demon of a voice can creep in and make you ask, "Am I enough?" That's exactly what Questlove was feeling in 2001, right around Grammy time, when he and the Roots stepped onto an elevator where none other than Robin Williams was a passenger. How did Robin greet them? With love, of course. Questlove, Black Thought, Rozelle, the Roots from Philadelphia. That's right. You walked in on this elevator saying to yourself, "Ain't no way this old white dude knows my entire history and discography." Questlove went on to say that this encounter made them laugh so hard. They'd never encountered a legend who acknowledged them and really knew who they were. Questlove remembers that day because even though it was a small 2-minute moment in life, it meant the world to him at the time. Once again, we were graced with the brilliance of Robin Williams in the movie The Fisher King. The filming of the scene in the Chinese restaurant began at 7 p.m., and by 5 a.m. the next morning, they still hadn't wrapped. You can imagine the mood of everyone on set. When things were at their lowest and people were at their wits' end, Robin Williams stood up to perform 45 minutes of non-stop impersonations and comedy. Not only had he gotten to know the cast and crew over the previous weeks, but he remembered so much that he did comedy specific to each of them. He had people laughing so hard they had tears in their eyes. Not only did he rejuvenate the energy for the shoot through laughter, but through love. By being able to recall specifics about people like that, you make them feel heard and important. And that was a gift that Robin Williams possessed. And there you have it. Any Robin Williams stories that you have that you'd like to share? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to check back next time to find out what else needs to be ranked.